Well, Mike, I know you spend a lot of time in the garden. How is yours looking with this lack of rain until today?
Well, you know, the ground is really crusty. So, I mean, it came down in torrents in some areas. So a lot of that rain ran off. But, you know, at this point, I think we'll take whatever water we can get. And definitely it was at least somewhat beneficial across the area today. Some of those heavy downpours that came down this morning. The bad news is we're going into another dry week. So by the finish of this week, that moisture is going to be all but gone already. Let's take a look right now at the boaters forecast for this Saturday evening. And as we head out to the lake shore, Lake Erie, 75 now, the water temperature. Gosh, we're getting up there, almost bath water. The wind from the north at about 10 knots or less this evening. At wave heights a foot or less on Lake Ontario, water temp 73 off Rochester. Northwest wind becoming north less than 10 knots overnight, and likewise a wave height of 1 foot or less. So looking pretty good, at least for the power boaters out there tonight. Again, the sailboaters probably looking for a little bit more wind than that. Satellite radar pictures tonight, still some patchy clouds. These are the storms which barreled through western New York today. They're well to the south of our region now, so the threat of severe weather has ended this evening, which is good news. Still some patchy clouds in the wake of that and clear conditions to our northwest. But I'm keeping an eye well to the northwest here in the Upper Lakes region because there's actually another cold front up in this direction, and this is draped across Ontario. This also is going to be drifting southeastward to our region late tonight. And notice there's a few showers associated with that front right now. So I wouldn't rule out maybe a shower around here again overnight. Later tonight, as that front slips southward through the area. As we check out the computer forecast for the overnight, you can see it's producing some cloud patches. There are some breaks in between some of this activity at times. It's really not producing any rain in here late tonight, but I wouldn't rule it out. And then tomorrow the clouds thin out. We get back to some sunshine, becoming mostly sunny, and it becomes much more comfy out there, at least for Sunday. Still, I think the humidity is going to be up there for the overnight period, and I'll show you why here in a second. As we take a look at the temperatures in the neighborhood, 79 degrees on Grand Island right now. Also at the harbor front, Pendleton at 77, 82 at Lancaster, and 85 at West Seneca right now. Still lower 80s here at Hamburg, down through Eden, Sturgeon Point, and even over to the east here at Elma. Regionally, temps running from 79 degrees at the Falls right now. We have an 81 down there at Jamestown. 89 at Bradford. I'm not sure that's correct, but that seems pretty steamy. 82 degrees over toward Wellsville. Now, this is why I think it's still going to remain relatively humid during the overnight period. That first front, it's already gone through the area, but behind it, humidity values are still pretty high. These dew point temperatures, 63 here at Toronto, still upper 60s at Hamilton, and mid 60s over toward London, and that's still very humid conditions. So it's not until that second front finally makes its way through the area later tonight that it starts to become more comfy, and then finally when the comfortable air arrives tomorrow, it's going to be sticking around for a couple days. Let's check out your forecast details for the Saturday night. Patchy clouds out there, still somewhat humid for the overnight, with a low somewhere between 61 to 66, northerly breeze 5 to 12 miles per hour. For Sunday, wrapping up the weekend, much more tranquil, becoming mostly sunny, more comfortable, a high of 77 to 80 degrees. And then as we kick off the week on Monday, sunshine, maybe a few clouds in the mix, very comfortable in the high 76 to 80 degrees. Checking out the rest of the week ahead, yes, it is going to be dry. Once again, pretty much from start to finish here, we're looking at dry conditions and lots of sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday. Mostly sunny even on Friday. It may be next weekend that we may catch some late day rain showers or thunder showers toward Saturday. And when we come back in the next half hour, we're going to take a look at some of the rainfall totals across the area and let you know how much rain came down and some of those torrents that we had across the area this morning. Back to you, Lou.